Namaskar, Jai Jagannath. Welcome to a fresh episode of the Twin Institute TTI. In this Twin Institute TTI, you can find Python, web development, spoken English, MySQL, daily quiz, the podcast. For this, you have to download or it is available on the Google Play Store, Facebook and Instagram. Now, in this episode, we will concentrate about spoken English. English, as you know, is a language like our mother tongue. It is called as mother tongue or the official language. Official language, it means that we communicate our feelings or apply or applications, write applications to officials in English language, or we use this language when we stay abroad, out of our state or country. So, spoken English is inevitable for all of us to learn. Spoken English is a skill, that is speaking skill. As you know that in any language we will find some skills alike. In English also we find four skills, that is L, S, R, W. L means listening, S means speaking, R means reading and W means writing. We also find some two sub skills, that is vocabulary and grammar. Now we will find this is a book, English vocabulary. This is a book meant for English vocabulary in use. I am not promoting this book, but it is a book for vocabulary. So, like this, we will later on discuss about grammar. But some people, they feel that grammar has a vital role to learn this language, that is English. But it is not correct. Grammar is a sub skill. So, because if a child born in a family that tells English as their mother tongue, that child at the age of 1 year or 2 can speak English very fluently. There is a fear. There is also a fear in us that we cannot tell English or talk in English fluently, or we may be ashamed when we are talking English with another one. But we should know that it is a communicative skill. We should have to communicate our feelings or our thoughts with the help of any language as it is in English. So, English is a communicative skill. So, we should not fear while speaking something in English, or fear it may be wrong. We may be wrong in our grammatical skill, but we should be able to communicate our feelings and thoughts. It is sufficient. So you might know that in foreign countries, when our leaders, our top leaders, they go abroad, they take the help of some translators. So it is not vital that you should know English very fluently, but it is our interest that we should speak English. If we speak English very fluently, it will help us that we will be satisfied. Let us start with this speaking skill, that is spoken English. So, as we know, English language has some parts of speech Parts of speech means some alphabets. In alphabets, we find some vowels, some consonants. So in English, there are 5 vowels and 21 consonants. 5 vowels singly A, E, I, O, U, and the rest are consonants. But when we learn speaking English or speaking skill or spoken English, we find 27 phonemes in vowels and 23 in consonants. Let us learn some spoken English today, that to increase our interest to learn this language. First of all, before going to this vowels and consonants or going into further, we should, as some people, they can speak that it is not so we should not learn so lengthily. Please tell us how to speak overnight, how to speak English overnight. So there are some tips I will say you. First of all, you practice some skills. Supposingly, in consonants, in the spoken English in consonants, we have 23 phonemes. There are also divided into some parts. In first part, that is closes or stops. We find p, t, k, p, t, k. They are sometimes aspirated. Ch is also aspirated. Phonetic symbols, there are some phonetic symbols. When we talk about p, t, k, sometimes in cha, there are, when they are stressed in the first level, they are aspirated. That means we are giving, when we are giving some stress to time, in this word time, T is stressed in the first level. What is syllable? What is stress? We will know in details. Have patience, please. So when T is in the first level and it is stressed, it is aspirated. So we will say time, not time. Like this, kite, not kite, kite. Aspirated means towards that is towards ch. So another point is, when we are talking some words like college, knowledge, market, pocket, it is not in the spoken English we can say. We will see like this, pocket, market. So I will just tell you, the market in this word, there are letters, that is M, A, R, K, E, T. M, A, R, A, R, A, R. When there is A, R, I, R, E, R, O, R, U, R, like this, R is not pronounced. Then ma, K, E, T. K, E, T. In between K and T, there is a E. It is a vowel. So this vowel is pronounced like I, not E, A. So now it is market, pocket, P-O-C-K-E-T. P-O sound is not in English. Spoken English, that is. That is pocket, market. Then college, knowledge. So how to speak? We are just hearing some or listening some English commentary from radio or television, etc. We cannot just follow. all the things they are telling, they are told in that commentary session. Now we will learn this type of English or speaking skill very slowly. It is a process. So please have patience to learn this speaking skill, to develop this, develop, not develop, develop this speaking skill. Before that, I will say you that when we buy a dictionary nowadays, in every word there are some phonemes written. So, but I will show you a dictionary where there is no meaning. You cannot find any meaning of the words in that dictionary. It is for only pronunciation. Pronunciation is a noun form of pronounce. Pronounce, that is pronounce. But when it is in a noun form, pronunciation, pronoun, not noun. You should remember. So it is a pronouncing dictionary. So I'm not promoting, but now you see it, English pronouncing dictionary. English pronouncing dictionary. It is pronouncing dictionary. It is meant only for pronunciation. So we will find, we will learn many more things how to communicate or pronounce or to develop the speaking skill. Now we will go through these things before going to learn this language. So language, English language is a sweet language, So in the Encyclopedia Britannica volume 13, language is defined as a system of conventional spoken or written symbols of means, a symbol of means of use human beings as a member of social group and participants in this culture communicate. So, a speaking skill is inevitable. We should develop it before going to read something or to write something. Read and writing is a special section, but listening and speaking is the first section. So LS RW, that is listening and speaking, the first section. RW, that is reading and writing, is the another section. So first of all, we have to develop how to speak well. That is speaking skill. If this is the organ of language, there is LSRW, that is the skills. And the sub skills are vocabulary and grammar. I will teach you, or I will later on we will learn more about grammar. Don't worry about grammar, but when today we will learn how to develop our speaking skill. So I will not today I will not go into details why how it is different from written skill. There is a difference between written and spoken skills, but sometimes we face some differences when we say something. Before we know the differences between written English and spoken English, we should know some parts of languages. What is the parts of a language? That is phonology, morphology, semantics, syntax, collocations, denotations, connotations. So we will discuss all about it later on. But first is phonology. It deals with the spoken English. In phonology, first, what is phonology? There is articulations. Articulations, that is the movement of the vocal organs to produce speech sounds. Again, articulations means the movement of the vocal organs to produce speech sounds. So what is the vocal organs? The vocal organs or articulators are tongue, lips, hard palate, soft palate, teeth, pharynx, larynx, etc. So you will be glad to know that is why I am showing all these things. This is the collection, that means by my original hand note that I am producing to tell you more about spoken English. How to learn spoken English very easily. Before that, I have told that please start to collect words in your mother tongue, but in our mother tongue from outside world, that to convert into English. But if we know what we don't know the English form of a word in our mother tongue, please refer to a word book or a dictionary. So, learning more, when we learn more, we will know about homographs, intonations, affixes, that is prefixes and suffixes, stress, syllable, tone, slang, all the things we will learn, and more in poems, similes, metaphors, all the things we will know later on. So before that, somehow I will tell you what is the specific difference from written to spoken. So point 1, written language relies on the system of punctuation to convey meaning. But spoken language may be accompanied by movement of hands and arms. That I'm moving. I am doing the movement of my hand and arms to convey or to communicate my skill or my thoughts to you. So that is a facial expression or eye contact. So we can reinforce meaning. These non-verbal accompaniments of a language are called paralinguistic features. So more about it we will learn further in the later episodes. So today I will tell you a little about phonology. The human articulatory system, I will tell you in details today. The human articulatory system is capable of producing a very large number of speech sounds. People speaking a particular language, like our mother tongue, use only a limited number of speech sounds. This section of sounds are their organizations into significant units like syllables and words is the phonology of that language. What is phonology? I have described now. So phonetics means phonology, phonetics and phonemes. So phonology, phonetics comes from the Greek word phonetikos. So in spoken English, we will find phonology, phonetics and phonemes. We have already known about phonology. Now, what is phonetics? Phonetics comes from the English word phonetikos. You know, that is the Greek word phonetikos. Greek word phonetikos, and literally means the uttering of sounds. In modern linguistics, phonetics is the scientific study of sounds. Phonetics is the scientific study of sounds. By altering the flow of air that is in our organs, one can produce different sounds. One can produce different sound. That is different language, we can say. Generally, sounds can be divided into vowels and consonants. Traditionally, A, E, I, O, U are cited as vowels and the others are consonants. So, in the later episode, we will know about the vowels, what are they and what are the consonants. Thank you.